evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas welcoming you to the MGM Grand here on the Vegas Strip in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, for our main event of the evening. 5 rounds in the heavyweight division. We are looking forward to this fight, especially after seeing what happened at the weigh-in yesterday. A stare down that nearly resulted in a bout breaking out right there. Now they get to do it for real. Lewis's ring walk, not exactly full of fanfare or intensity. Wladimir Klitschko is coming to the ring right now. We know what he offers up once he's inside the ropes, but not much intensity here in this ring walk.
Okay, guys, we went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's touch gloves.
They are scheduled for 5. Round 1 underway. So many have said they're going to get right to business. Let's see if they go at it. What are some of the adjustments that can typically be made halfway through a matchup like this of speed versus speed?
Just to remind your charge, your fighter, that, hey, there's a lot more to this world, to this fight than just speed. Why don't you start doing other things? Why don't you start feinting a little bit? Get the guy out of position a little bit. Get him into false moves.
Let's go.
Digs in with a good solid uppercut after taking one.
Keep working the jab.
Nice. Good job with the left hand. It was sudden, it was fast, it was direct by Lewis. Halfway through this round here. Wladimir Klitschko's scouting report is an easy one to read. 3 letters, J-A-B.
Yes, sir. And that's exactly what he's doing. He's jabbing in his way, and I don't mean talking. Yeah, I mean throwing that stiff lead hand out into his opponent's face all night long.
A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. A well-targeted jab that time.
And that's exactly what you need when you want to stay on the outside. Something to keep you away from your opponent.
Stay away from those.
Well timed by Lewis. He took a step back, landed the counterpunch.
Exactly what he wanted to do.
You get the sense that Wladimir Klitschko could almost catch his opponent's punch. Nice block that time. 10 seconds remaining in this round. Come on.
Well, we're watching Lennox Lewis here tonight, but Teddy, you know, a lot of American fight fans, sometimes they turn the other way with Lennox Lewis. They never really got behind him because they don't like the way he acts as a heavyweight champion.
Well, Americans want you to wear your heart out on your sleeve to a certain point. They like emotion. They love emotion. And Lewis doesn't show that kind of passion. He's very contained, very cerebral, but he knows how to get results where it counts in the ring.
I need you to move your head more, side to side.
Another round, and if it keeps up with the rest of them, it'll be closely contested and hard to score.
Well, I don't know if he's hip to the idea of becoming a counterpuncher, but I get the sense you'd agree with it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got the perfect platform, the perfect form for it. The guy's walking in right now, not moving his head much. He can time him, he can counter him.
Stay away from the inside.
Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. Look at that. He goes down for the first time. Lewis's climb back up from the canvas may inspire him. Halfway through round number 2. Oh, he's in bad shape here. He's stunned and he's wobbly.
The only thing he has going for him is he's not a fighter that uses his legs anyway, and you can't use him right now. He's a guy that likes to move his head. He's got to start doing that. Try to cement those feet down the best he can and get some head movement.
How about a return to sender with the left hand? What guts it takes, what commitment it takes to keep up with this kind of a pace. The action's been nonstop.
Now, the one thing I can tell you is this is where you don't worry about pace. You don't think about pace. Otherwise, you could not be doing what these guys are doing. They're just going round to round.
And now he scores well with a straight right. A well-placed left hand up top. He has his target. He lands a straight right. Really fun-looking fight so far here. We've reached the halfway mark. Teddy, your impressions as to what we're going to see in the second half of this fight?
More of the same. I don't think these fighters know how to do anything, at least tonight. They came here with this mentality, and you know what? You can't really change gears at this point. You're going to see more of the same.
Listen, I don't want to see you against the ropes. As soon as you feel ropes, move out. Throw punches, okay? Don't walk into him without throwing a punch.
You don't need that, no, throw that away.
So here we are, all wondering, can he survive the start of this round after the way we saw him go down in that last round?
Well, it's up to his opponent. Now, his opponent gets a little careless and he rushes in a little bit too close. He can get a chance to grab those hands and tie him up. And then he can kill a little of the clock, survive.
Uppercut!
Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head.
Left and right, left and right.
Able to get rid of that one.
Come on, kid, focus.
You send out the initial scouting report on Wladimir Klitschko, that's what you will see. Wladimir landing a jab. His opponent wanted the body, he wouldn't give it to him. "90 seconds to go here in this round." Lewis is sticking to his game plan, regardless of the fact that he's been down in this fight.
Yeah, and one threat you could compliment him for, Joe. You could say he understands who he is. He understands his identity. He's going to win or lose with that. But on the other hand, there are some changes he has to be aware of.
Let's see some more head movement.
Commits to the straight right. He's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head.
See that coming. Now let's go.
Wladimir Klitschko's showing you a little defensive skill there, able to move away from that punch. Lewis's opponent's probably looking at him right now saying, wow, you're not changing anything up. You know, he got to him moments ago. Now he's got the same style that he's looking at again.
Yeah, but he got to him moments ago. Got to him one time. I think right now it's too early to all of a sudden throw everything out the window. But look for an adjustment if things don't change. If he can't get away from those punches, if he keeps having problems, he gets stunned again, then you might have to look for a change. You might have to make a change if you're going to survive.
Keep throwing that jab.
Nice work on the outside. Keep it up. Looking good, looking good. Keep your hands up, all right? You're doing fine.
Back to action here at the start of this round, which is just part of what has been a very evenly fought fight. One of those fights that's going to be very hard to score. Wladimir Klitschko is a well-rounded fighter, and right now Wladimir is showing you what he can do defensively. Very sound, keeping those arms up and blocking well. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault.
Shake it off.
Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself.
Relax, relax.
Gets rid of that effort. Wladimir Klitschko's really making some boxing purists out there put a smile on their face, because his defense has been stellar. I mean, so fundamentally sound.
Yeah, well, that's why he always goes rounds, and that's why people think he has an iron chin. I don't know if he has an iron chin, because the chin never gets touched. He's a guy that's always going rounds because his defense is so good.
Lewis's left working well that time. Halfway through round number 4. Solid left hand to the head.
Pace yourself. Looking good.
Lennox lands the right. So the game plan for Wladimir Klitschko doesn't change much. Another good, solid shot to the head.
And the game plan, you're right, is consistent. Set up by that jab once again.
Wladimir Klitschko's given us a good showcase of defense here tonight, especially up top. His head movement is just sublime.
And his opponent's cooperating with him a little bit because he's getting frustrated. He's looking for that big shot, and he's continuing to miss. He's making no adjustments. A guy's moving his head. You know what you want to do a little bit?
What's that?
Well, you want to feint him a little bit. Make him make a premature move. And then when he moves to either side, then you time him with a punch. Don't just go out there flailing away.
End of the round of what has been a very close and highly competitive fight. Teddy, how do you see this right now?
I see it almost dead even. And I see whoever finishes the rounds, because in these kind of tight rounds, if you finish up good, the judges remember that.
Nice work, kid. Good job in that round. Hey, listen to me. When he misses with a punch, counter.
It is the final round. Here they go. Double jab upstairs. There's a straight right hand. Wladimir Klitschko has shown that he is a complete, well-rounded boxer puncher. I mean, just look at his combination punching alone, Teddy.
Yeah, and the key there is the jab. I mean, he uses that jab to set everything up. You know, sometimes he paws with it a little bit, but he's always keeping it busy. And most important, he's always controlling range until it's time to drop the hammer, the right hand.
It's okay. Let's
Nice
go.
work, the left hand to the head. Wladimir Klitschko's keeping his guard up very, very well. Teddy, does it help to have the speed that he has?
Sure. Anytime you have speed and you can put it into the equation where whatever you're doing, it has to be technically right, but now you put speed, you're doing it even better. You're doing it at a higher level.
Lennox Lewis is banged by an uppercut.
Come on, kid.
Just a minute and a half left in the fight.
Hey, keep your hands up.
Now he ties up there. Lennox Lewis with a big right hand. Took a shot, now he gives a left.
Protect yourself.
What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Lewis. Wladimir Klitschko's making for a very frustrating round now for his opponent because he's moving so much. He's really utilizing that ring and showing that he's got the better footwork.
Yeah, he's doing what the old timers would say, Joe. He's giving angles, keeping his opponent off balance. His opponent is strong, but he needs to be set to punch. He's making sure he doesn't allow him to get set. Doesn't give him that kind of landscape.
Nice strike after catching one by Lennox Lewis. Final bell of what is going to be a very tough fight to score.
I mean, you could make a case in every round for both guys. That is all you need to know how difficult this decision will be.
Wladimir Klitschko's dominating performance gets the payoff with the decision. A unanimous decision. Teddy, your scorecard reflects that as well.
It was an easy one to score. I mean, he did it fundamentally well. It wasn't just with talent. He did it with the jab. He did it with control and range, going to the body. Great night.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. That does it ringside. We'll see you next time at the fights.